guys, it's coffee time. I know, legit. Yesterday was kind of a sad day for me, like for a variety of reasons. It just wound up being like a sad day. And I woke up sad, which is the worst because you're like, I'm gonna go to bed and then tomorrow's a new day, right? That's how I always think about it. Tomorrow's a new day. So I went to bed and I woke up just sad, like really sad, and laid there forever. My alarm went off and I was like, oh man, I woke up. And then I had that moment, you know when you first wake up and you're like, oh, I'm waking up. And then you have that split second where you remember why you were sad the day before. That's what I did, which is the wrong thing to do. You're supposed to, the second your alarm goes off, you get up and you start moving around and then you remember things so that you're already doing something. I remembered and then I just lay there forever. I was like, I need to get up because I gotta go to work. You need to get up, you need to get up, you need to get up, you need to get up. My internal monologue. So I finally got up, did my hair and made coffee, and decided that I was gonna drink my coffee through a straw today. Because I can. Woke up, got up, and decided I wasn't gonna let it get me down today. So I put my hair in pigtails, which I think is the most non-sad hairstyle ever. Except for perhaps wearing one of those, oh crap, what are they called? My costuming teacher would kill me right now if she knew. I forgot what they were called. The white wigs that men used to wear. I think every time I see one of those I smile. And I always want to see them in person. Like I want them to come back and have people just start wearing them all the time. Then I'd be, wait, we can... Oh, I haven't even booted you up yet. It's awake, it's just... There we go. Okay. What are they called? I'll say white male wigs. Colonial wigs. But what were they called? White colonial wigs. How does this always happen on this show? What are they called, though? Oh, I hate you guys so much. They have a name! I guess people only search white colonial wig though, so that's fair. Ro always drinks her coffee through a straw. Like every time we go to Starbucks, she'll get a hot coffee and then she'll shove one of those thick straws into it. It's so funny, I've never done that before. But this morning I figured I should just straw it, you know? It's kind of fun. It makes the act of drinking coffee more fun. Although I'm drinking it faster. Oh no. Gotta step back. Gotta step back and let it just sit and experience life. Yeah. Yep. So that's what's going on with me today. Trying to do ridiculous things. Thinking about just setting up my sewing machine and just always having it out. Because I have it in that. Always. In bag face. I think that's what you guys called it for my live stream. Bag face. But, yeah, I wanna take it out and just have it so that it's always up. So that it's always there. Those are clothes that I need to do things to. Yep, good times. Yeah, so I'm looking around my room now. That's another thing that I do if I'm sad. I look around for things to fix or things to something to do. I think most people do that though. They tinker with something that they like or a project that they haven't worked on in a while, suddenly they start working on it. Or cleaning. I have a lot of friends who when they get really sad they clean a lot or they do laundry. I've never been the type of person to like sit on the bed for a weekend and eat ice cream. I've never done that. Never, ever. Even when, like, really bad things have happened, the next day I've been like, well, okay. Then for the most part I just live normally. Which, I don't know, could be healthy, could be not so healthy, I'm not sure. Some people insist that I don't want to say grieving because that doesn't always apply, but letting your emotions out immediately is the healthiest way to do it, although it's not, at least in North America, it's not as accepted to be overly emotional. But then at the same time, doing the opposite, which is what I do, where you get kind of sad, and then you just decide you're not going to be sad anymore, and you just, stop. I've heard that that's also supposed to be kind of bad for you, because then it builds up, and then later something will make you just snap, and everything that you haven't been dealing with just comes out. I have, brief moments like that. Brief, snapping moments where I'm like, ah, and then I'm fine. So I don't know. I don't know which is better. But that was my issue with acting. That was one of my big issues with acting, is that when you're an actor, you have to be able to embrace your emotions. You have to be able to really feel them and hold on to them and experience them and know what they feel like so that you can bring them back, right? I could never do that. It's not that I could never do that. I had moments where I really got there and I really felt it, but for the most part, I'm too in my head. I was too all up in here to really do it. So yeah, it's interesting. Different personality types though. I think certain personalities are much better at doing that. I don't think that it has everything to do with training, the way that you were raised. But I was definitely raised in a non-emotion house for the most part. We were very affectionate, very loving, but if you were upset about something, you typically dealt with it on your own and then brought it up later when you were not quite so upset. That's how it always was. It's okay, you go deal with that and then come back. Or if somebody left really upset, you were like, okay, he's gonna go deal with that. You didn't follow them. You're just like, alright, have fun. See you later. I know you'll come back, so I don't know. It was kind of nice living in the woods though, because when I got upset about things, I just ran in the woods. It was awesome. It was out of a movie. I'd just be like, well, I'm gonna go be with my friends in the forest. And I'm just just running through the trees, barefoot in a dress. Never barefoot. I ran into so many bees' nests in the forest. Oh my goodness. Right by my favorite tree too. There's a tree that I used to climb all the time. The reason I'm making a guilty face right now is because my mom insisted that I should stop climbing when I was when was it, Mommy? When I was 7? I still climbed, just so you know. We had this huge tree out in the woods, and if you climbed all the way to the top, you could see people that were coming up the driveway. And I loved that. I loved that. It made me feel like a little ranger. So, I would go to that tree all the time because it was weird. It was again, it was out of a movie. There was a big clearing there, and you could walk up to the tree all epically, and then the tree would open itself up and be like, here you go, here's a fort. Not really, but I always wanted that. I always wanted that tree to turn into a fort. Anywho, one time I went there, and right at the base of the tree there was a huge hornet's nest. I was really sad. And I avoided it for a really long time. That might have been the last time I went there. Because I was like, I don't know how long they live. I don't know what to do. And I didn't want to tell my dad, hey, can you go kill this hornet's nest? Because I didn't want him to know that I was climbing a tree. So I just never went back, I don't think. No, I did go back. I went back with my nephew, and then my nephew fell out of the tree. Oh no, I remember that. Oh. We've come full circle, back to sad memories. He didn't hurt himself too bad, but I remember having to run out of the forest and be like, come with me, I will show you where he is! And everybody was like, oh god, because the entire trail was tiny person, a tiny person trail, and they were like, is there an easier way to get here? You had to go through all these weird, stickies areas and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I miss that. I miss having forests. Now I have, well, the neighbor has a giant cactus, and that's about it. There's some trees around here, but when I went home, when I went to Portland, I was like, oh, Portland has so much more foliage than LA. It's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. I put the straw too far down my throat. Not too far down my throat, but like, I couldn't just like, I'm not gonna explain that anymore. Yeah, I think today is gonna be a good day. I just have to not forget about what made me sad, but I have to, you know, deal with it. Say there's nothing that you can do. It is sad, but there's nothing you can do. So make the best out of today. And that's what I'm trying to do. With a straw and pigtails and looking up colonial wigs. I have to figure out what those are called. I know they're called something. I really want her to just call me and be like, they're called colonial wigs. Just stare me down over the phone. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. What about those, oh, what are the... No, never mind. I was like, is this something that we want to do? Oh, can I show you? No, never mind. No, I will. Can I show you this picture that Allie sent me last night? Awkward vegetables. I'm sorry. It's like that was the tab that was up when I closed the search tab and... Yep. I'm making a CD. We decided, Erin Lee and I decided we were going to make mixed CDs for each other. So I'm putting all music in other languages on it. Because we started talking about it because I brought up that Suju song. And she was like, oh man, you should let me know some musics to listen to. And I was like, can we make mix CDs? So we're both really excited about it. She was like, I've been thinking about what to put on my mix CD. And I was like, me too. So I started making a list. It's gonna be good times. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna like decorate the CD and everything. I always had friends that would, they would do that thing where you let the CD spin and then you take a Sharpie and you like make circles on the Sharpie. Those are always my friends that listened to like Marilyn Manson and stuff like that. They always wanted their CDs to look really epic. So they'd put red and black spirals all over it. And I'd be like, this was really cool the first time. And now it's kind of lame. Because they would be like, oh here, let me find that CD for you. And then they'd like shuffle through, you know, like 40 CDs that were in their backpack that all look exactly the same. I'd be like, dudes, need a new design technique. Oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. And I think, yeah, I have time. I'm gonna film news and drink more coffee and make the best out of today. And hopefully, if you guys are sad, maybe this video will inspire you to do that too. Because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to forget sad things, but not forget. Again, not forget. You don't want to forget the sad things. But yeah. So, hope you guys have a good day. And I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.